Me and my brothers used to tinker and tinker and tinker. Well, we didn't have much growing up, so we just, whatever we found, we'd pretty much just play with and make our own stuff. Just anything that I got, I would always tip it upside down and pretty much do something to it. My name is Huss, and this is the craziest VL you're ever going to see. I'm one of 7 boys, so I have older brothers who were into cars. Like I said, my older brother was a tow truck driver. He's like, I started panel beating at 14, my brother started painting at 12, and Humsy went into mechanical. I was drawn to the VL because my brother had a VL Walkinshaw. Well, I sort of got my first VL, I was 25. What I love about the VL is the look of the VL, the shape of the VL. It's the best Commodore in my opinion, the look of it, but they were very terrible to drive. They didn't stop very well, they didn't handle very well. When I went to Power Cruise one year, every car that was going on that track was a Skyline. And I got sick of hearing, here comes another Skyline, and here's the other Skyline. So I'm going to build a Skyline that doesn't look like a Skyline. I'm going to build something that looks like a VL, but handles like a GTR, because the GTR is seriously the king of the street. So I ended up just deciding, you know what, I'm going to build my ultimate ride. So that's what I did. How I got started is my brother rang me up. He goes, come and check out this car, GTR 33. And I had a look at the car and I asked the owner, what do you want to do with this car? He goes, I want to track it. I go, you're going to die in it. It had that much rust in it. We're going to scrap it. I told my brother, don't scrap it. I want to do something with it. And I rang one of my mates and I go, I need a VL. He goes, I found one for you for $100. So initially the cars cost me $300, both cars. Yeah, I started with 2 terrible cars. I just started chopping it up. I had no platform. I had no measurements. I had no jigs. I just looked at the 2 cars. I did use a 1 tape measure to measure the width, the length of the wheelbase, and that was all the measurements I did on it. The wheelbase on the GTR is the perfect wheelbase, what I wanted. So there's no point making the car shorter, because my car is actually a longer wheelbase than a VL. I wanted the performance of the GTR, and if you add the cradles to the VL, you ain't gonna get the same ratio, the same tyre shaft's gonna be shorter. So I thought, if I just put the whole floor in it, the struts will bolt up, the fuel lines will be the same length, all the wiring will be right, nothing will have to be modified in suspension, makes it less dangerous, makes it, less things are going to break. It took me a year to initially build it. It took me 4 weeks to combine the 2 cars. I pretty much sacrificed a whole year of my life on this car, straight, no weekends, no holidays. I had no holidays, I worked through all of them. For us, building a car is like getting married. We're really passionate about it, and I really need to get this car on the road because I felt like my life was ending if I didn't finish it in time, It's sort of part of me because I know every nut and bolt, every weld, everything in that car is from my hands. Well, the most recognisable thing that makes it look like a GTR is if you stand behind the car, it's got independent rear suspension. The Brembo brakes give it away, and the strut towers, especially the strut towers, give it away. If you get underneath it, you can see it's got front drive shafts, which pretty much give it away. The engine in the car is RB26, stroke 2.7. It's one of my brother Humsey's specials. It's got a Garrett turbo on it, triple plate clutch, and it's also got a GetRag 6-speed gearbox out of a 34 GTR. It's got front and back diffs out of a 34 GTR standard. So, and it also makes 869 horsepower at all 4 wheels. If it is a normal VL with that much power, you're pretty much sideways everywhere. With the 4-wheel drive system, you've actually got the power to the ground. Driving it now with this much power is like, a hand sweaty sort of a feeling. Like the way it just grabs the ground. When you're in a VL, you think about, man, I've really got to slow down to turn this corner, but in this you just don't. So it's a very good feeling. When you look at it, it's a VL. When you drive it, it's a GTR. So it's a VLR. And people that love it, love it. People that hate it, hate it.